Our history's dying anymore. The buildings are going down the road.
On the outskirts of Gooding, Idaho, a solitary building stands, watching over the small town. Built in 1917 by J. Wesley Miller, it was an anchor to a college campus.
You know, this was the Episcopal Methodist Wesleyan College. The upstairs was the dormitory, and the classrooms were downstairs.
Lorna Bard's mother graduated from the college in 1928 with a liberal arts degree.
And this is my mother on this side. She was really a good basketball player, and they played all the teams around here just like they do now. And she saved her Gooding College letter from her uniform. She was proud of that all through her life.
The college closed in 1935 and sat empty until the state of Idaho built a tuberculosis hospital on the grounds in 1946.
It was top of the line.
It was beautiful. The grounds were kept up, grass green, flowers were all blooming.
A lot of the patients, that was the last thing they seen when they come to the hospital. And they wanted that to look very, very nice.
The hospital brought an economic boom to Gooding.
The city of Gooding benefited from that rather large, good payroll.
The centrally located, remote town of Gooding was an ideal place to quarantine patients, as TB plagued the nation.
Tuberculosis was a cruel disease.
A lot of the people came here to die, and they knew they were going to die.
You sure tell the patients they were all very thin and they had drawn looks on their faces. They'd been through a lot.
No records exist of how many died in the hospital, but the work of Dr. Kenneth Tyler, the hospital administrator, eventually led to the eradication of the disease.
Dr. Tyler was brilliant.
With tuberculosis cured, the building once more sat empty. For the next 4 decades, tenants tried to make use of it. It served as a courthouse, a jail, and addiction recovery center. But years of disuse and abuse threw the building into disrepair.
It was a good place to come out and smoke cigarettes and drink beer, and nobody knew you were here. And every once in a while they'd catch something on fire and have to call the fire department. They'd have to come out and put out a fire.
As the building wasted away, so too has its history.
As I grow older, it's really disturbed me that we didn't save the history. It was just part of your stability. And as teenagers, we're not worried about history. No, you're not worried about local history. And I really regret now that I don't have a lot of the stories that my parents and grandparents could have told me.
There is still hope for this piece of history.
Yeah, this was administration.
New owners have bought the place, hoping to restore the building to its former glory.
These folks running a bed and breakfast, we're all hopeful that it's very, very successful and brings people into Gooding.
Jake Melder, Today 6 on your side.